Test. 1, 2, test. Alrighty then.
Effective Fed funds rate unchanged at 4.33% July 10th.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on
Alrighty then, good morning. It is Friday. Don't forget trading is risky and all that business. Let's get to it. Full Auto Friday.
Finger NQ on the 44.
Welcome aboard, everyone.
What exactly is Algo, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Oathroom. Are you ready? Indeed. Let's get to it here this morning. It's just missed a mega late Nate there, and I kind of hesitated as we came into that, but looks good for a few. Let me see how many ticks that came down. There, that is 66 ticks. This is the
Huawei plans to
Algo bar 6s. I'm going to swap that out for the 4s here as my primary. So unless the market gets super wild again, where we've got the 89 range printing straight leg bars, which looks like they did overnight. Let's see. This is where I was looking for, we joked about crowning achievements. I was looking for that giant short out of that spot right there. We talked a lot about that yesterday. If you missed yesterday's trading, the morning session, the afternoon session, you're going to want to go back and watch that one. It's Friday. Make a note. Go back and watch Thursday's morning red, afternoon green. You're going to want to check that out. There was, let's see, still on the screen? Yes.
NQ on the 4.
Yeah, so right here, crowning expectations. Looked for the crown, and we got a beautiful breakdown. If you recall me drawing that out. Now, I didn't know it was going to go down this far. My anticipation was us coming down right there. That was my hand drawn. This is where, like, basically we do that right there, triple crown, and we're looking down. And I thought we might go down to these the little double reds there, but we have
Double delta NQ on
we
the
went way down overnight.
But we do have the WASD data at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Goresby at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Through
Baker Hughes total rig count at 1 p.m. Eastern Time as well.
well, they finished the move before midnight. Wow, that's wild. Happened before 8 o'clock, and it never saw the bottom again. Wow, it two tapped, up floated it. That very interesting overnight. Let me see how many ticks that went in that drop. 856. And let me get a bar count on the 89s. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, yep. Control C, Control V. The 13 bar on the 89. Very cool. All right. Let's see. That same spot there. We had the double ready DD with the 5/5s. 5 tuning for turns there this morning. What time was this? 5:30. Okay. Up 145. Hundred. Okay, so they're moving. They're moving in hundreds here. Let's see. Two. Mega late Nate. 155. Real-time protection off. Thank you for the reminder. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about real-time protection
Pip.NQ on
and
the 4.
getting our full auto turned on here. Let's go to the big screen.
Pip.NQ on the 6.
All right, it is Full Auto Friday, so if you guys want to bring questions around full auto, today would be a great day to do it, or at least our day that we try to designate good times to talk about full auto. Going to break down these sections here. Cross. So we've got 6 charts up here on full auto turned on. I am playing side to side Enigma V3. Got full auto on Enigmas only. I don't have super AOs on these, but I mean, they're there. I just don't have them turned on. If I were going to run Super AO, I would do that in another account. And I would probably run it on a separate computer so that I kind of take the horsepower off of this system while I am doing cyborg trading across here. This is where I'll be entering in discretionary, what I call cyborg, using the best of the computer and myself. And yeah, so basically there's 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons per to turn them all on. Arm long, arm short, full auto, and Enigma on. I don't have any other filtering turned on. I am going side to side on those right now, which basically means green Enigma, we're going long, green or blue, and red Enigma, we are going short. Makes sense? All right. You guys got questions on any of that? Do let me know. We'll be tracking our first morning trades there, especially on a Friday. It's more important, but I'm looking for those 5 trades in the morning. Just kind of thinking mentally, standard operating procedure. I'm going to set up to take those 5 trades. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Looking for 2 winners within those 5 there to make the pay. And then anything above that is a bonus. Now, I have done a personal challenge. Good morning, Danny. To myself to stay the entire day. Fridays are a hard day for me to do that, so I can't guarantee that I am going to do that. If you guys get enough of the likes, if you guys are like, come on, hang with us, Vinny, let's go on a Friday, smash that like button hard enough, and you guys want to convince me to stay all the way through my personal challenge,
Double delta.
then let's do it. But most of the time, especially on a Friday, early in, early out rules, let's say rules, standard operating procedures there on a Friday, and those 5 trades is what I'll be focused on. Speaking of things to be focused on, let's take a look at the news. We're having noticed a lot shorter list recently. So we have the majors there at 8:30. They're already passed, and we don't even have 10 a.m. news here this morning.
NQ on the 4.
And then we've got 2 o'clock Fed budget balance, and it's a green lightweight one. The reds are the most important and usually market movers, heavy impactors. The market will use any excuse to make a move. So we'll have those come up on our charts, and start over here. And we have a power headshot here. We snapped down, fast up. I'm going to skip on that one right now. Where's the open line? Let's remove drawings from yesterday. Control R. Got cleared out. Up here. Let's see. Do I remove them from the higher time frames? We've had some. Looks like this was an important level overnight again. Tapped it once. They did not go back in the bear zone. And I'm going to leave that one there. I want to see if they come back into it again. This was very important yesterday. Remember the double white lines for the return. Again, a lot of great lessons. If you really want to learn something, come and see Thursday's video from this week. Videos, plural. First session, second session. A lot to learn there in those. There was a moment yesterday where we drew in the, I kind of call the S curve. I feel like we need a better name for it. How many of you guys were here for this lesson? So if the layout looks like this, how many of you guys have ever seen these? Not just mine, but like, have you ever noticed the bars printing like this weird kind of, I don't know. We need a better name for it. I gotta call it the S curve, but you know, an S is like this. It's like, what do I call it? I don't know. It's like if you were to smooth it out, like the smooth S. Like, I don't know. Opened up, weird stuff. Anyhow, that's the way that it lays out, right? And it's like, what comes next after one of these? This is a weird spot because we don't have, it's not a harmonic. It's not a, I mean, it could be, it could lay out and do a Fibella dot, but it doesn't. So I've kind of designated, this is like this little extra thing. And we're not a one-trick pony here. A lot of places are like, well, you know, they got their, they actually will teach that, oh, the market's, you know, a one-trick pony, you do your one thing and it's it. Well, the reason that I believe we are so successful is that we're not a one-trick pony, that we can play in any market, any environment, any type of layout or play. We can find plays inside. So anyway, the reason I'm going on that is what I have found in studying these over and over again is I'm always like, what do I do with that thing? Let's just go back and look to see. And the best plays for these. Now, if you start to see this, do this little curve thing, don't play against it. Like anywhere in this area, you can play this long. And you might be wondering, well, how do you know when that's happening? Well, here's my thought on that. Regardless of whether you, once you start to see this curve and you're like, well, how far is it going to go? Well, the good news is that you're almost limited to the downside exposure because I've never seen it do this after an S curve, like all the way to the bottom. So what generally happens up here is we will have this crown at the top. Now this can look like this where they're almost equidotted. It can look like this, higher. But generally we are looking for a three crown scenario. The most common one that I have seen personally is the up, the down, almost equidistant, and almost equidistant down here as well. And then this one goes up a little bit higher like this, like here we go, we're going long, gets them all trapped off sides. A really good like bull trap scenario. And then that's like the end in a big move on the return with the little crown up top. So the reason I say, you know, get long here is because I can add, like, let's say that I got in long here and it's like, oh, comes back. Well, I mean, my risk, like, it's going to give me 3 tries. It's almost going to give me like the 3 warning scenario here for me. So I basically want to get long in here. I can get long in here. And then I'm usually not really concerned with getting short until I see it pop up 3 times. In fact, it's what I literally waited for yesterday. End of day yesterday, you saw me big play in the day, got big on it right there. We got the HMD along with it, made it even easier because we actually had a PRZ across the top here and had the HMD inside. It was a huge move yesterday. So you do not want to miss that. See it live in action. Literally drew out the dashed lines and everything yesterday. I kind of put a little smiley face on the boards ahead of time on, was it this chart? Oh no, it was the optimized range. Yeah, that was this one. Crowning expectations. We looked for the crown up there. And we got that huge dropout right here. No, it doesn't look like much here because this thing was such a huge move, but it was a 203 tick grab on it. It was huge. Get that one in your arsenal. Hopefully that's helpful. The Viper line. Oh, I like the sound of that. It does kind of look like a snake, doesn't it? The Giga Trap. The Fat Mark Simpson pattern. Good morning, Rick. The thunder curve. I like it. A thunder curve. The crown, indeed. Good morning, Douglas. Good morning, Pete. Good morning, Missile. Good morning, Captain Rex. Ghost Deanie's with us on a Friday. Let's see. I wanted to know if this trading bot is really 100% automatic. So it's interesting wording. Is it 100% automatic? Well, I can come over here and I can manually turn it off and on. So, I mean, your definition of, is it 100% automatic? It sounds neat, but I mean, you tell me. I tell you, I show you how to do it. You want to say it's 100% because it like, do I turn my computer on and it automatically just starts? I mean, you define what is 100% automatic. Like, what does that mean? Need to stay at the charts because I already had 5 hours per day. Just wanted something extra. I mean, will it keep trading? It will. I'm not sure what you mean by there, bud. The shake and bake.
You on the 9.
Buenos dias, Gonzalo. So the 89 range is printing bar on bar right now. So we've got literally like an 89 tick range, maybe 100 ticks tops there. They're just printing 89 up, 89 down right here on the golden ropes here. Pre-market. 10 minutes till the US Open.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Thank you, Epic. Let's check that one more time just to make sure, because you know how real-time protection is. It likes to turn itself back on there. Yes, real-time protection is turned off. Standard operating procedures over there on the left-hand side. Those who are new, we go over these a little bit more on Monday, Mentorship Monday. So if you're here on a Friday, we're talking about advanced topics. If you want to come back on Monday for the kind of the beginner stuff, we'll go over standard operating procedures and all that kind of stuff. Were there any other questions around the full auto there? So the bot can go full automatic. That's nice. So what's the reason you still trade by yourself? What is the reason I still trade myself? Why does Elon Musk have 3 companies? You want to know? You want to understand people and their whys? You want to go have a beer with me? Like, my reasonings for why I do what I do. You got to be brand new. Like, you got to be super brand new. Have you been to the boot camp? It's 8 videos for free on the website. Let's say that you have a business. Let's back up. Do you have a business? Are you a business person? And if you are, what kind of business do you have? You own a restaurant? Do you sell something online? Tell me what kind of business you're in, and I'll relate it to you since you want to attempt to relate to me.
Show them who's the king.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Double Delta NQ on the 6.
So he's not going to answer if he has a business. Okay. It's always it feels like, you know, we try to come out here to have a two-way conversation, but then it ends up being it's a one-way. Okay, so let's assume that he says that he works at a restaurant. Maybe he's putting the fries in the bag in the back. So if you are a business owner, savvy business owner, you're not going to let your employees run the cash register unsupervised. I don't think that's a good idea. So bots are just employees. And now some people don't think so. Some people are like, no, it's not. Okay. Well, if you have been around the markets for any period of time, wild things can occur in, you know, like this, like instantaneous movements from unscheduled news. We're like, well, the news is scheduled. No, sometimes all it takes is a Trump truth posted, or somebody dropping bombs somewhere, somebody changing their mind on an opinion piece. You know, all kinds of things can move the market instantaneously, and breaking news breaks things. So I would say, just for the sake of not trusting an employee, I haven't found I could trust anyone in life. People are like, no, you got loyal employees. There's loyalty. No, there's not. There's no such thing as loyalty. Loyalty comes with a paycheck, and that's about the extent of it.
Fib.NQ on the 44.
And if you trust yourself enough to think that your code could handle or manage something of like instantaneous proportions, what happens when the power goes out? What happens if your internet connection goes out? What happens if your broker goes down? What happens? You know, there's so many scenarios where you should be there to override and watch what's going on. I think that would be important. And then to be better. What is, you're like, well, why not just turn it on, set it and forget it? I mean, there is that, you know, lazy sentiment of, well, it's so easy, we should just leave it on. More is more. Good, better, best. Best is the enemy of good. Good is the enemy of better. Better is the enemy of best. It's a hard concept to understand for most people, because most people like their Netflix and kick back and microwave meals, etc. Had an online business. Now focus on fully trading, gives more freedom in the long run. Okay, so if you ran an online business, did you have any employees?
On open imbalance.
I'm just curious, would you trust those employees to run your business unsupervised? And sometimes, online businesses, maybe they, if it's a software deal or it's, self-serve, you may not even necessarily need employees. But assuming that you do, would you let them run the cash register? Because that's kind of the game that we're in. I just don't think you should let bots run unsupervised generally. Yeah, because some people say, well, the bot is good. Well, if you stop at good, then you don't get to better. And then if you're at better, you're like, well, it's better if I, like, Enigma is good, but better would be running, oh, here comes the open. But Super AO is better, so just stop at better. And then if I'm stepping in, well, that would be best, because now I've got me on top of that. And I have found that it is best if I also think of the bots as being my competitor. Like, I want to beat my bots, and also I'm there in the event that sorry, this is about to hopefully print me some money here. All right, grabbing a quick bag there off of a Super AO. Now that one could have been taken on full auto, right? That's a perfect play where if I have Super AO turned on, it's going to take that automatically for me.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
Could have been just fine. With that amount of speed and up move, I have a
touch NQ on the 44.
A phrase in here that you'll hear me say. If it's fast, it's not going to last. If it's slow, it's going to continue to go. And these are experience points. Like, it's XP. Experience points.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
It's hard to explain.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
There are things that, I mean, you could program that. You could program based on speed. We do have a speedometer. And you could put all of the parameters into a system. But at the end of the day, any set of scenarios it has a percentage chance of loss. And you've got to play stats. And so sizing, like, why did I go 16 contracts on that position versus going, whatever the sizing? Like yesterday, I went my full contract stack on yesterday's play. I was so confident in that play. I went full 50 contracts on this drop right here. When we came into this area and the red dot showed up, I was 50 contracts, 50 contract drop. It was a $40,000 play. Can a bot do that? Would you trust a bot to do that? It's like, yeah, just, I'm trying to answer your question. I'm not trying to dodge it. I'm just going, it's a complex question. At the same time, try to understand me. It's like, well, when is enough enough? Well, I have found that the richer you get, the more expensive things get. I'll give like a simple example. As soon as you have a big house, the big house costs you more money in everything, whether it's landscapers, plumbing repairs, air conditioning repairs, roof replacements, pool cleanings, whatever. It's like there's kind of a rich tax applied on top of that, in that
Fib.NQ on the 9.
I mean, I'll just say it. So
Fib.NQ
you get the same air conditioning repair person who was at your standard place, then they come to the big place, and for whatever reason, it just seems like the costs go up. Okay, it's like, well, this guy can afford it, and so, and look, the thing is those people are all trying to sell you on stuff, so you almost want to make sure that you get the sales done before they come in your place. Just my opinion. Anyhow, I guess a whole nother tangent for another day. But the more you get, the more you're gonna need to maintain. Like, it's just it's like a thing in life. and do the easier things. I know what you mean. Okay, cool. So hopefully that's related. But some people are like, well, if your bots are doing so, oh man, that's really weird. Okay, I'm still trading the bot account. I was like, why are my bots showing $3,500? Oh, because I'm still on the bot account from yesterday. Oy vey.
Enigma short on the YM3.
Am I gonna switch? Yeah, I may as well switch. Okay.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
So let's go to. Here we go. We're at square one, 0. All right. So I was trading on the bot account. So the bots are up now 3570. Sorry about that. All right, so no play in there yet. We'll start again. Okay, so back to running through on the Cyborg account there. We had the 3 claw here that kind of told me we would get that downside continuation, and I should have been looking for some continued shorts there, but I did want to try to thoroughly answer that question. Awesome, Stefano. Appreciate it, sir. Love to hang out. Cost of living can increase proportionally. It can. More is more. Another thing, I mean, me personally, I have 4 children I need to think about. You know, I don't know if they're going to be great day traders when they grow up. I also hope they have a different skill besides just day trading. I hope I'm making sure that they can code, making sure that they can do other more useful things in life. I mean, it can be useful to be the guy with the purse, and I don't mean the purse, you know what I'm saying, but I'm saying you could be the money guy and make things happen, but I don't think that we as traders are particularly useful, if you know what I'm saying. Minecraft icon typing.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
Okay. S1 touch.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
9.2. 9.2 was the pivot on the left. I'll see if it's going to be on the right. Got my finger over the buy on S1 here. We got a 9.2. There's a diamond into prior low. Still hearing sellers stepping through.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
All right, Super AO at the bottom. Wait for him to finish.
Double delta NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Ooh,
Fib.NQ on the 6.
All right, so we just power headshotted here. All right, cracking through.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
Wasn't prepared to shift on that one. I'm going to take that loss there. I'm going to draw a white line if we do come back through that. 2-try rule will be there.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Double delta NQ on the 44.
That was a power headshot short.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 44.
And I can count to 3. And I'm going to go +1.
NQ on double delta NQ on the 9.
about 1 minute early. It's not 9:40 yet. 9:40 to 9:50 reversal is still got some time, so it's a little bit risky here. There's a 40 bag, and I grab a full 50 to 26.61 there on the morning on the other account. Count that as trade number 2. So first one loser, second one winner. In the trading game here this morning. That is a 1, 2, 3 count. There's a 1. There is a 2. And there is a 3. So you'll see me play those a lot. And that one was worth a 50 bagger. I grabbed 50 out of it, and it went 74 ticks from top to bottom, probably 75 if I had to guess. Gonna be Genki. All right, 941.
DCDM NQ on the 4.
Double cross.
NQ on the 6.
Double cross, double move target is right here. I will swipe at the GLR if we get down there. Gonna listen for the buyers to step in any time in this area. It's 941.
Divergence up NQ on the 44.
Yeah, it looks like it just DCR'd there. Good morning, Mr. Manigold. Happy Friday, sir. So it was also important for me to keep that bear zone there from yesterday. Came in, there's the ready DD, the big shift. There's the super dot short on the 9s that drove that all the way down. And could have rode that more, having seen the 3 claw afterwards. Okay, that is a mega late Nate. I'm going to give that a shot here. Already up 2K on a Friday. We'll take a swipe here on a mega late Nate.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 4.
And we just got the red dot there, so I've got to half up here. King timing. Could turn into a power headshot short there to push it all the way down. Let me see if we're going to get that push up here.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
All right, getting a little greedy there. All right, Mega Late Nate tried to hold it out for 40. Mega Late Nate combo there.
NQ on the 6.
That ended up pulling a DCR.
Double Delta NQ on the 44.
And another print here right in front of the double cross double move target. Listening for buyers to step in.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
First bear test here. Okay, they're pushing through. Oh, headshot here. Let's see if we're going to get the continuation. Nah, they're farting around there.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 6.
HMD, and I'll take a 20 bagger on the way up. HMD.
Divergence down NQ on the 9.
Okay, that is a reversal symbol. They are on separate legs. Oh, they're launching here. What's the time? 9:47.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 44.
Well, they look like they were on a separate leg. Look on you there, Vinny.
Double Delta NQ on the 6. Enigma short on the YM3. Double Delta NQ on the 9. Upper bands touch NQ on the 44.
Moving a little fast for me to react well on that there this morning. Bummer.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 44. Upper bands touch NQ on the 44.
Almost in the bear area again. Into the bear area. Alright, they want to push me full max on a Friday. Well, now's your chance. Double crossed right in front of the bear zone there.
Upper bands touch
and just put in a big bull. That is 1500. Mark that up. So now these guys are rolling green here. So they want to push that 250 ticks.
Fib.NQ on the 6. Divergence down NQ on the 9.
And the bears may or may not let them in there.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 44. Fib.NQ on the 6. Upper bands touch NQ on the 44.
Trump again speaking to reporters at the White House.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Okay, here's the bull test. Green dot. No, they cracked it.
So there isn't a live video anywhere that we can see so far. Just checking Fox and Fox Business. Nothing on there. It's currently speaking about Bolsonaro at the moment.
Upper bands touch NQ on
Everybody
the 44.
buys before he starts talking. It's kind of funny almost.
Canada's 10-year yield touches highest since January 15th at 3.48%.
Upper bands touch NQ on the
Up
44.
as much as 7.8 basis points on the day.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
I crave a touch, a Bollinger Band touch. Looking left for signals, I need them so much. Price expiration, no manipulation. Don't diddle in my middle, resist the temptation.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
Instagram bumps, at the market open, price always jumps. Respect the system, cause Vinny wrote the algorithm. Justice will come for gurus who can't take the criticism.
Double delta NQ on the 44.
Algo boxers, light it up.
Double delta NQ on the 9. Double delta NQ on the 4. Double delta NQ on the 4.
Trump on Powell says, terrible job.
Trump a little angry this morning.
Enigma short on the RTY3.
Super AO on the optimized range there.
Trump ends remarks to reporters at the White House.
Enigma short on the NQ4.
Listening. Thank you.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89. DCDM NQ on the 4.
Just keep an eye on the Brazilian real when Trump said that they are treating Bolsonaro very unfairly. The Brazilian real extended its decline past 1% on latest Trump comments.
The Antichrist hath spoken.
Fib.NQ on the 44.
China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi met with Canadian Foreign Minister in Malaysia, according to Xinhua.
End up putting in a power dot there on the 44. 2,000 on that up buy. Let's see. Let's mark that all the way in there. Going to be important today.
Wang Yi says China and Canada can be partners.
Double Delta NQ on the 4.
The Trump hath spoken.
NQ on the 44.
Titanic zone on the 9s.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Divergent bull on the 44.
China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi says China opposes generalization of national security and unreasonable suppression of Chinese businesses, and hopes that Canada will provide good business environment for Chinese businesses to invest and operate.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 6.
Closed above the dot break.
Smash the like button. Smash. 1, 2, we smash. 1, 2, hold up. Smash, smash. 1, 2, 3. The like button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yo, hit it now. I saw him tap. Boom. I saw him tap and I run it up. I saw him tap and don't hold back. I saw him tap. Like button.
Divergence down NQ on the 9.
All right, split cross reversal here. Did we ever get a... No, we had kind of a 3-claw right here.
We could get a move right here. I'm watching my ripple chart. We don't like to take anything.
Enigma short on the NQ4.
I see. An enigma.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
I'm taking the moonshot.
Fib.NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on the
Yikes.
9.
Full test, they were able to push it just on a dot. Bummer.
Put the stop right behind the cross. I'm listening for audio box. I love the boom, boom, boom. Adding more on the fib LE dot. I am at my full position now. Hold for the opposing signal.
Double delta NQ on the 44.
Hold for the opposing signal. Target filled. Ooh. Get wrecked.
Upper divergence down NQ on the 89. Double delta NQ on the 4. NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 44.
My broker's not letting me go anymore. Okay. Come on, bro. Right now, seriously.
Let's go.
Alpha Omega algorithm performs real-time workflow analysis, estimation with volume and price and other proprietary data calculations.
There are 4 types of alpha omega crosses. Alpha, bullish, green, blue, ooh, omega, red, pink, blue. Alphas are generally stronger, bullish signal than green. Alphas
Broker this morning.
likewise. Pink omegas are generally stronger.
Oh, they must have increased my
Data indicator plots color
margin per contract.
player auction
as of yesterday. Let's see.
Flow master alphas and omegas can indicate the beginning and end of an auction zone or market price swing where large amounts of activity could be taking place. There are 4 types of alpha omega crosses. Alpha, bullish, green, blue, ooh.
Email from yesterday that didn't finish out on this morning. All right. That dot will tell us everything.
FIB.NQ on the 44. Upper band down NQ on the 89.
And that's 92. 100 is there.
Enigma short on the YM3.
Yeah, buddy, come in. Hey, buddy.
FIB.NQ on the 4. FIB.NQ on the 4. FIB.NQ on the 6.
Okay, let's see if they crack it. I don't think my broker's letting me out anymore. Nope. Minimum cash value. Wrappers. All right, folks, we're going to call it an early day on a Friday. I've got
FIB.NQ on the
broker
89.
issues, all that kind of stuff too. So on the bot account, let me close this one out.
Double Delta NQ on the 6.
51.85. I'm in regular. I'm in negative territory on this one, obviously. And yeah, we'll have to leave it right there. You guys have a fantastic weekend. We'll be back Monday. I'm gonna have to. They're gonna want me to deposit more with them, which makes sense after margin call yesterday. All right, folks. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. I'll keep you guys updated inside of Discord, and have a fantastic weekend. Blessings on you and the family. I will see you guys hopefully on Monday.